Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we want to speak about how manage your funds wisely. How we can manage our finances wisely. Rising prices shall create a challenge for us all, but you do not need to feel like a helpless victim. There may be things you can do to improve your situation. There are a lot of things you can do to manage our funds. Why it is matter to manage our fund. What we should know about how to manage our funds. If you don't at least try to manage your money, your finances could be easily spiral out of control, adding to your worries and anxiety. Even if you have limited fund, there are several things that you can do to help you manage your finances. There are a lot of things that can help us to manage our finances. If we, even though we have a limited funds, also we can try at least to improve how to manage our funds. What you can do to manage your funds is by living within your means. Living within your means, when you do this, you likely feel more in control of your finances situation and more confidence about dealing with unforeseen expenses. If you do this, you will be able to know how finances you use in your home. Everywhere you can have control of your finances without being misusing your finances while purchasing expenses which are not necessary in your budget. To help you live within your means, create a budget. If you want to live within your means, first thing you should do, you should have a budget. You create a budget. You say this month I will use, this is the budget for this month. I will not cross over this budget I have created. A plan that track your income and expenses. Also, you should have a system that enable you to know how your income comes in and the expenses, so that you can be able to separate both your expenses and your incoming finances, so that you can know exactly what amount of money you get in a month and what amount of money you spend. After creating a plan, after creating a budget, you have to create a plan. As you consider your budget, carefully determine your real needs. Then do best to stick to your spending plan, adjusting it as your income and price changes. Of course, if you are married, involve your mate in your any decision of your budget. If you are married, you should involve your spouse in your budget. If you are not married, you should look at your budget, and any increase in your budget you should also put in new budget, so that you cannot use your money and wastefully. Instead of buying items on credit, pay with cash if you can. Some find that by spending in this way, they manage their budget more effectively and even stay out of debt. Also, take the time to review your bank statement. You'll feel less stressed when you know how much money you actually have. Live within your means can be hard, but practically well thought out budget can be big help. You may also have a greater sense of control. Calculate the expenses. Every month, have to calculate your expenses. Number two, what we can do to manage our finances. Protect your livelihood. What practical things you can do to keep your job? Here are just a few, but punctual. Have a positive attitude toward your work. Show initiative, work hard, and be respectful and follow the rules and try to improve your skill. Also, protect your livelihood. That's what you should do, how to protect your livelihood. Avoid wasting your money. Ask yourself, do I have expensive or wasteful habit? For example, many people waste their hard money by abusing drugs, gambling, smoking, drinking too much alcohol. These habits can also cost them health and their job. Also, let's stop wasting money on buying drugs like smoking, drinking alcohol, too much alcohol, also gambling, betting. This kind of habit also will destroy our how to manage our finances. Happy is the man who finds wisdom. It is better than gaining a silver. We should also avoid these things which make us to waste our money. Also, save for emergencies. The the fourth is to save for emergency. When you can put aside small amount of money for unexpected expenses for emergency, such fund give you a measure of security should you or family member face sudden health issue or loss of job. Some unforeseen event, time and unexpected events overtake. Also, we should also save for emergencies in case of any need. Last but not least, today we are going to have a big episode. Last but not least, prepare more meals at home. These are tips for saving money. Money saving tips. Money saving tips.